Assassin's Creed Japan has got leaked, and we got some amazing new gameplay information that was just leaked by the French YouTuber named Jonathan, who has now given us all the latest new features that we're going to be seeing in Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which is of course the game that's going to be set in feudal Japan, and we get to play as both ninja as well as a samurai. Now, first thing that we have to discuss is that this game is going to have a much larger map compared to what we have seen in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, obviously, Valhalla is much bigger of a map compared to Odyssey and even Assassin's Creed Origins. And in fact, Valhalla was one of the biggest Assassin's Creed games that we ever had up until this point. And it seems like Assassin's Creed Codename Red is going to be topping that off because we're going to be having a massive map, much larger than Valhalla. And the game will also have very fewer markers on the map, which means that the game is going to be allowing you to explore more of the open world and get to know different locations on your own. So there will be very minimal interaction in terms of the minimap as well as the compass in all of these different markers in the compass. And it just seems like they're trying to follow the very similar route of what Ghost of Tsushima did in terms of how you traverse through the map and how players get to know how to get from point A to point B using the nature or the winds and all that stuff that was available in the environment. So we don't exactly know on what Ubisoft is going to be implementing in terms of how the minimap system is going to be working in this game, since it said that there was going to be very few markers available in the exploration of the open world. Now, obviously, we know that Assassin's Creed Codename Red is now developed on an entirely new game engine, where the graphics of the game is going to be one of the best in class that we have seen up until this point. So any Assassin's Creed games that we have played before, even the latest Assassin's Creed Mirage runs on the Valhalla engine, so the game just looks pretty much similar to each other. But then Codename Red is truly going to look next gen, and there's going to be a lot of improvements in terms of how the gameplay physics works, the characters look, as well as the entire fidelity and graphics and visuals are going to be looking so much better. Now, Jonathan also said that the game is going to be having a new Grapple Hook tool, which is similar to what we have seen with games like Sekiro, where you will now be able to use this grapple during combat, and you can also use this to traverse through the open world, like climbing some of the places that you usually cannot climb. Now, however, I don't think it's going to be similar to what we have seen with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where you also had another grapple. This one is going to be more similar to what we have seen with Ghost of Tsushima, where the player could just swing the grapple around, throw it around and use it to swing and all that stuff. So it's going to be a very feudal Japanese style of a grapple thing. And it seems like Ubisoft has also copied the stance system from Ghost of Tsushima, where Jin Sakai had different stances in which he's going to be performing different styles of combat, and every stance is going to be playing a different role in terms of taking down different types of enemies. Each stance is going to be giving you a variations in terms of how the combat system works with the player. And the best part of all is that we're also getting a new ability, which we're going to be seeing for the very first time in Assassin's Creed game, which is the ability to go completely prone, and you can also crawl through grasses. Now, Assassin's Creed Codename Red is going to be taking the stealth to an entirely new heights, because now you can actually go prone, crawl through grasses, and also one of the most interesting features that we're going to get to see is that you can hide inside the shadows. And not just shadows, you can also hide behind some of the dark spots in the map. So say, for example, you're in a place which is not well lit, maybe there's no torch or nothing at all, it's just pretty much dark, and you can basically use that location or that environment for your advantage. So it's basically all about the environment and as realistic as the game could possibly go on to be in terms of stealth, at least. And you can even turn off torch lights like candles or actual torches, the fire torches, in order to avoid being spotted, and you can basically hide in the dark like shadows and stuff. So it's very interesting to see how the stealth is going to play a massive role in this game. And moving up next, it seems like the AI system in this game is also massively improved, because the NPCs in the game that you're going to be finding, the random dudes that just walk around in the world, yes, all of these innocent guys that just get slaughtered in every Assassin's Creed games, are now going to be able to defend themselves. So if any sort of combat takes place, the NPCs are the first guys to just run away from that location. But then this time, it seems like the NPCs are going to decide for themselves. Some of the NPCs will fight back, attack, or some will also try to defend the assassins, or whichever side they think is justified, they're going to be defending that. So that's completely new in terms of AI system as well. Now, when it comes to stealth in this game, you can actually go ahead and even recruit your own enemies. So let's say you have enough coins in the game, like the in-game currencies, and you can actually use these currencies in order to turn your enemies into working with you, and they can become your spies. So they can give away the locations of other enemies. So you can basically bribe your own enemies and make them your own spies. So in return, they can also fight on your side. At the same time, they will also be giving you intel on the locations of other enemies that you have to battle. Now, as we know, Yasuke is going to be the samurai character that we're going to be playing as. And this character, Yasuke, is going to be a pro sumo wrestler. So that's going to be one of his traits, and due to his wrestling skills, is going to be much more agile and much more better in terms of combat performance compared to Naoi, who's the female ninja protagonist that we're going to be playing as, whereas Naoi is going to be wielding a kunai as her main weapon, and she also uses shuriken in order to use it pretty much like a throwing knife, and you also have smoke bombs, and Naoi is also going to be using bells in order to distract enemies. So anytime she wants to distract someone, she can pretty much just use the bells instead of whistling like what we have seen with other Assassin's Creed games. So compared to Yasuke, Naoi is going to be much more agile and much more stealthier kind of a character, whereas Yasuke is going to be much more aggressive and he's going to be combat oriented. Now, there are so much more information coming up related to Assassin's Creed Codename Red, and we are not very far away from the next official trailer that is going to be dropping anytime soon in the coming months. And it seems like we're going to keep receiving more updates about this game every single day, and there's a lot of leaks that's coming up. I will of course keep you guys updated right here on this channel, so make sure to go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free of cost, and at the same time, you guys get updated every single day, and that too for free. So go ahead, subscribe, and turn the notifications on and set it to all. Plus, on this channel, you guys will get to see a bunch of different games that I cover, usually games that are never covered by other YouTubers or any other YouTube channels. So some of the games that you guys will come across on this channel are games that usually don't get recognition due to some bad PR marketing stuff, and a lot of you guys do miss out on plenty of really good games. So that is why this channel is all about featuring some of those really amazing games so that you guys don't end up missing out on all of the good content. Now, with that being said, lads, if you guys did go on and enjoy this video, please just take a few seconds of your valuable time and drop a like on this video, because your like and support, it really does help the channel out a lot more than you guys think. It also keeps me motivated. So if you guys could just take a few seconds of your time, show your boy some love, that would really mean a lot to me. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.